Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against a beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf. And welcome to my new Let's Play of Okami for the Wii, and it's also on PS2 and PS3. I allude to this quite a lot. Video output. I don't know what all this is. I just wanted to check settings just in case. Seems like there isn't anything too strange in here. No control options or anything. I don't know if this menu is supposed to be controlled with a nunchuck, and if so, if mine's not working, so I'm gonna just... Okay, it was connected. Okay, good to know. So menus are D-pad, that's gonna be interesting. I've actually never played this game. I actually almost know nothing about it either. So yeah, this can only end disastrously. I was hoping this wouldn't be the same as before. Sometimes games have the same opening cutscene as they do opening movie for the story, so I'm actually glad that this is different. Yeah, it's really redundant when games do that, and I don't like it, but it does happen. Long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. Okay, that got really dark all of a sudden. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, his blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. Oh boy. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi, but obviously that was not the case. Abrupt text there. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. Warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, that's confusing, was arranged by the sun. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. This is a lot more involved than I expected. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel, the blade left nary a scratch. Also, I'm thinking that that's why Orochi has something to do with Moon, because he's also a Moon Arcana persona in the Persona games, just saying. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from his intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood at its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Slow. Text scrolling. Please speed up. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. Gee, that looks like a gameplay technique if I've ever seen one. That is one thing I do know about Akami. I'm not totally blind, I should go into that a little bit later. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With his last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward is Final Fantasy, unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. I don't think we're going to have any gameplay in this video. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. So, in other words, the wolf does all the work and the guy's gonna get all the credit, right? Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. Ew. And that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark. And it closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. Yeah, I have a feeling they're not gonna get it. However, this is not the end of the story. There's more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Daki and Shanui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukiyomi the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. I think the demons are gonna prove you wrong. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds, speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. He said no one knew about this. It's like, it's kind of hard to miss, you'd think. You know, a giant demon dragon coming out of a shrine. You know, like, I think I would know this. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It's here that the real story begins. I see, so I have a feeling that the opening is based on actual, like, folktale, I suppose, and this is sort of based on it. That's my prediction, at least. With Sprite Sakuya. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. Don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. You have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Okami Amaterasu. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not yet changed one bit. I added a word in there for some reason. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Okay. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. And never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Okay, that is unexpected. Oh wait, I actually think I know who this is. Oh yes, I'm right. What on earth? You again. Ow, 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 ow. Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. Just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Are you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. Wandering artist Isun. Okay. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Okay. This is weird. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it, you look just like that statue of Shiranui. Okay. Well, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prize sword, Denkomaru, against you. Denkomaru, yeah, I did say that right. I was looking at the footage back, and it's like, yeah, that's actually what the sword's called. What's that growling sound? Why is it so dark anyway? Oh great god, I'm tossed. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on, their spirits lying cased in my fruit. Cut it free and the village will be reborn. Trust in you, I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees returned to normal, huh? That Sakia girl sure said some weird stuff. Villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Oh, look, we're finally in control after all that dialogue. Okay. Controls, figuring them out. Can't jump up there. Can't jump up here, but there's a giant glowy portal, and unfortunately, hate to say it, but we're kind of up on time. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Okami for the Wii.